Hey, how you doing? We got a good one here from the Stoic Path, and it's for uh, you to recognize signs whether or not your woman's cheating, and she does leave these signs if she is. Um, Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. If you care to donate to the channel, there's a link in the description. Let's get on with it.
And when emotional needs are being met by another person, the original partner feels like a
Let me go
burden
back to
rather
the
than...
first. I'm sorry, guys.
What if I told you that before a woman cheats, long before the betrayal, she leaves subtle clues like breadcrumbs in the forest?
Yes, she
The
does.
problem? Most men are too blind, too in love, or too hopeful to notice. But what if you could spot the signs before your heart gets shattered?
Okay, that's important. You'll think you're too in love, or you're hopeful that she ain't doing it. And when you're showing these signs, you're not understanding what's going on with these signs. And you need to understand that when these signs are going, there is a conversation with another. Don't be jacking around with her. You see them, take their phone from them. I did that. That's how I knew mine was doing the same thing. As a matter of fact, we've been together 13 years, and after I had my heart attack, she became distant from me. So, yeah, just keep watching out for those signs, guys.
Welcome to the uncomfortable truth, backed by female psychology, guarded by stoic wisdom. Stay alert, because what you're about to learn could save you from emotional ruin. Oh, and if you think my girl would never do that, you might want to buckle up. She just might be starring in this script.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. I thought my wife wouldn't do it. She's redneck. She's down with her man. Oh, crap. That shit went right out the window. And I'm as distant from her as she is the distance of me. And I don't put up that shit.
1. Emotional distance creeps in stoicism. Detachment is a virtue. But in relationships, unexpected emotional detachment? It's a warning shot. A cheating woman doesn't ghost emotionally overnight. It's gradual. First, the warm texts cool down. Then, the long conversations become robotic replies. The small gestures, like checking in, complimenting you, or laughing at your jokes, begin to vanish.
You see that? Mine, she's at work. She stays at work for a week. Then she comes home for a day and a half. Considers that our time. But when you when you pull up the app and you can see what they're looking at, I'm just doing this buying time right now. So you know you're going to see all this stuff. The texts are going to be short. They're not good. It'd be like, you know, an emoji or a thumb up, or you know, you'll start seeing these signs. If you need to get referred back to this video, go ahead and refer back to this video. It's going to be here on my play in the new playlist we founded just for this topic, because a lot of us men are going through a lot of shit we shouldn't be going through.
Suddenly her eyes don't sparkle when you enter the room. They avoid yours. She's
Yeah.
present, but absent, like a ghost haunting her own relationship. Women are emotionally driven. If she's cheating, chances are her heart has already checked out, even before her body does, and she'll create emotional distance to...
And another thing, she'll create that emotional distance. She'll start latching on to other content on other apps like mine with TikTok. She learns all this feminist bullshit from the TikTok um, app, and it's a horrible thing. She'll create an emotional distance. She'll be looking on a TikTok. She'll be sleeping, won't conversate with you. Um, the silence will be golden. And once there's emotional distance, then there is the fact that there will be strife, continual fighting, everything like that.
rationalize her actions. She can't face the emotional contradiction, so she starts to retreat. It's not she's just tired. It's not Mercury in retrograde. It's detachment with a side of guilt. From a psychological lens, when someone emotionally withdraws, it's because they're already investing elsewhere, mentally or emotionally.
Now remember that. mentally or emotionally. They're latching on to these people that come into their DMs, that come into their Facebook, their TikTok, their Instagram, saying you're pretty, you're a 10. When you're, you know, when like my wife, she uses filters to make herself look beautiful, and that's what they're emotionally trying to attack, trying to get to your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, your spouse, and you know they'll start messing with them emotionally, and they'll latch onto them, thinking they're saving grace. This one guy, he did it at my house. Well, she was talking to him while I came around. I caught him talking, and I confronted the guy. And I'm 360 pounds, and I don't take too much crap off anybody. I called him, and I said, if you ever do it, I'm going to you know what, and I'll I can enjoy prison. It don't matter to me. I mean, I'm old, but what the heck, you know?
And when emotional needs are being met by another person, the original partner feels like a burden rather than a bond. But emotional withdrawal is only the first crack in the mask.
That's right.
What happens when her time becomes a mystery? Let's talk about that. 2. Her schedule becomes a maze. Time tells truths people try to hide. Suddenly her schedule is packed. Late meetings, girls' nights she didn't used to have, errands that mysteriously take hours.
If that woman has a girls' night out, she's going out to cheat on you. It doesn't matter. I don't care what them. You can see it all over YouTube where they want to have a girls' night out or a girls' vacation, and they're going out. And if they're going down to the beach, she's cheating on you. You know, she's cheating on you. And they spend all their time away from you. That night they come back, or sometimes the next morning they come back thinking everything's cool. And you got to kick them. You got to send them back to the streets. Screw them.
You ask her about her day and get vague replies like, it was fine, nothing interesting.
Yep.
The pattern changes, but the story stays vague. Behavioral psychology teaches us that cheaters subconsciously seek opportunities while covering their tracks. And they often don't lie directly, they just manipulate time and details so you stop asking.
Yep.
You might hear her say, I lost track of time, or my phone died, or I just needed some space. A stoic man observes without attachment. You don't need to accuse, just watch.
When they say they need some space, they're talking to somebody else. Over 90%, they're talking to somebody else. Sometimes, her emotional, like my wife has emotional problems, mental issues. And sometimes I have to give her that little bit of space. But when they say I'm going to space or need a break, she's cheating on me. Regardless. Kick her to the streets, doesn't matter.
As Epictetus said, appearances are impressions, not facts, but they often foreshadow the truth. She went to Target for 3 hours and came back without a single bag. Yeah, sure, maybe she fought the entire Roman army while picking out shampoo. Here's the trick. Cheaters will always craft a believable narrative with just enough normality to pass your suspicion filter. But here's where it gets colder, when her need for privacy suddenly turns into paranoia.
Yep.
3. Sudden privacy and phone secrets.
Now, guys, this is one thing you've got to realize. He's going to get into it, but I'm going to kind of give you a narrative of it. When that mofo has that phone upside down, or where you can't view who's texting or who's messaging, they're cheating. I don't care. They're cheating. They will say, it's like, what? This is my phone. You got your own phone. This is my phone. You can't have one. You can't look at my phone. It's my business. Well, no, it's not your business if you are together. It's called trust. And if you ain't got no trust, you know what they can do. Hit the streets, get gone. Don't let them ruin your life. Guys, I've gone through this. I've had 2 ex-wives, and my third wife's doing the same thing. I haven't broke up with her yet. I haven't left her yet. Time will only tell.
Once upon a time, her phone was just a phone. Now, it's Fort Knox. She used to leave it on the couch. Now it's glued to her hand. Face down, locked, silent. She smiles at texts you're not allowed to see. She guards it like it holds nuclear codes. You go near her phone and she reacts like you just tried to disarm a bomb. In female psychology, secrecy often signals emotional displacement. She may not even be cheating yet, but emotionally she's feeding a new connection and feels.
This will happen. You'll see it on view. I'm going to credit Child Time Pod, Alpha Central, Conservative Vibes, all of them. Watch these channels. You'll see them, you know, texting and messaging, and they'll be smiling, but they'll have it like this away from you. But here's the trick: if you're at night and they have it away from you like this, you can see the reflection off the window. It'll tell you that they're texting. They'll say, "Oh, I'm on Instagram." No, you're texting. I caught them two doing that in my house. Well, my wife did that. So, don't be afraid. Just recognize the signs, okay?
Feels the need to protect it. Think of emotional cheating as a gateway drug. It begins with innocent messages that turn into digital intimacy, and that's often more dangerous than physical cheating.
Now, I want to stop there for a minute. I caught my wife sending nudes to another man. I haven't divorced her yet, but I'm not going to put up the crap. I said what I had to say. So far, it's been okay. I don't know. So, it is what it is. But what I'm telling you is, I've seen these same signs, and if you see these signs, they're cheating.
You try to borrow her phone and she suddenly turns into John Wick, not because you're wrong, but because she has something to lose. As a stoic, your job isn't to panic. Don't chase what she hides. Observe the pattern. Jealousy clouds reason. Clarity requires composure.
That's right.
But what if she's not just hiding, but rewriting reality to justify her guilt? 4. Gaslighting and psychological reversal. Gaslighting is the cheater's favorite mirror. It makes you question yourself. She starts fights over nothing. She accuses you of being distant, insecure, or too controlling.
And they do it all the time. They'll tell you, "I don't know why you're being this way. You're insecure. You don't trust me. You damn right I don't trust you. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that bull crap, because all she's doing is gaslighting you, making you feel like you are the person that is the problem. Okay? So don't worry about it. Keep your composure. Don't overreact, because eventually that ugly face will show.
While giving you every reason to feel that way. She flips the script so often you feel dizzy. Suddenly, you're the one who's always wrong.
Yep.
This is psychological warfare. It's projection. She's putting her guilt on you so she doesn't have to confront it herself. This stage is dangerous, not just to your heart, but to your mind. Prolonged gaslighting makes you question your instincts. And when you stop trusting yourself, betrayal can destroy you twice, first through her actions, then through your own denial. You caught her whispering to a co-worker at 11 p.m., and now somehow you're apologizing for being insecure?
Don't do that, guys. Don't be insecure. Stay strong. Stay strong. Do not listen to the woman. If she's getting like gaslighting and making you feel insecure for what she's done, that's her problem. That is not your problem. You are the faithful one. You make the choice whether to leave or stay. And like in my case, I'm terminally ill, and she can get away with a lot without me seeing, but I recognize certain signs that lets me know that this is what's going on.
Houdini couldn't pull that off. She creates a reality where you're too confused to confront the truth. And that gives her space to keep doing what she's doing without consequence. When the guilt becomes unbearable, she doesn't break. She just overcorrects. 5. Unusual kindness and over-affection. The most confusing sign? She starts acting perfect. More kisses, more compliments, gifts. She becomes more attentive. She plans date nights, sends sweet messages, but it feels off, like she's trying to make up for something, because she is. In guilt psychology, people often overcompensate to maintain their self-image.
And this happens quite a bit, guys. Happens quite a bit. And the thing is you won't know You won't know until it actually happens. You won't know at all. And thing about it is it's happened to us. I don't want to put the fire back in our relationship. We used to have a good sex life. Now we don't. Want to put the fire back into it. No, she want to put a fire in your ass is what she's going to do. Don't fall for that. All that is telling you that she's up to something. It should be telling you that she's up to something. You work all day, you work all night. I worked 16 hours a day, came home, and I worked in the oil field. And that's what happened. Oh, life is boring. Let's spice it up. No, screw that, man. Because she's ain't nothing but cheating.
Women especially struggle with dissonance between their actions and identity. So, they try to balance the scale. She tells herself, if I'm being extra kind, I'm not really a bad person. So she drowns you in attention, not out of love, but to mask betrayal.
That is correct.
Don't be seduced by sweet lies dressed as affection. As Marcus Aurelius said, the closer a man is to the truth, the clearer he must see through the fog of pleasure.
Yep.
She went from ice queen to cuddle monster overnight. That's not growth, that's guilt in disguise.
That's true.
But the final sign, it's not subtle, it's explosive, and it almost always means it's too late. 6. She ends it first, or forces you to. Here's the final mask. She'll end it, before you do. Either she'll manufacture a dramatic reason to leave, or accuse you of being the problem. Or worse, she'll give you an ultimatum that sounds like, maybe we should take a break. This is projection. She wants out, but doesn't want to feel like the villain. So she pushes you into ending it, or creates chaos that makes you retreat.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. Well, why are we married? Maybe we should go our separate ways. And this is what I tell her. You want to go? Freaking go. But freaking ain't the word I want. I'm saying. They want to go, let them go. Tell them, get out. You say, you're for the streets. I don't want nothing for you. You're up to something. I don't know what it is, but if you want to go, get your ass out. And that's what you tell them.
She might pick unnecessary fights, sabotage the relationship, weaponize your insecurities. And when you finally reach your limit and walk away, she gets to play the victim. It's a psychological tactic. Create the break, then blame the other person. Don't beg, don't bargain. A woman who wants to leave has already left emotionally. The stoic way? Hold your ground. Let go with grace. Let your silence say what your pain cannot. She drops the I need space bomb right after a mysterious weekend away. Coincidence? Only if you believe in unicorns. Why men miss these signs? Now you might be wondering, why didn't I see it? Here's why. 1. Love blinds reason. When a man is invested, he filters red flags through hope. 2. Many men are taught to suppress suspicion, believing it's toxic or insecure. 3. Cheaters don't look like villains. They smile, they kiss you goodnight. They play the role, until they don't. Men miss the signs because they want to believe in loyalty, because trusting feels better than doubting. But Stoicism doesn't ask you to distrust. It asks you to observe without illusion. Be honest. Are you watching her actions or your fantasy of her? The signs are always there. It's not about paranoia. It's about awareness. A wise man doesn't react. He recognizes. A stoic man doesn't chase. He observes. And a high-value man doesn't beg to stay.
That is true. A high-value man does not beg to stay. Be secure. Don't be insecure. Do what you got to do for yourself first. Don't follow in that illusion, but stay in reality. Keep your mind clear and screw them. If you see those signs, it's time to break away. It's time to go. Thank you very much. Like I said, if you liked the video, hit the like, leave a comment, share it, subscribe. And if you think it brought value to you, where it helped you with the situation, such as a cheating wife, then support our channel by clicking the link in the description. I appreciate it very much. You have a very wonderful day.